Tony, from the tips from across the Tasman. Nice to be queuing up now on either the phone tab or in the tab, wouldn't it, with those 2, 10, 7 and 14?
Yeah, I've been fishing through the form and I've come up with chips here, Brendan. I thought it'd been a very nice second on the form line here at Timaru, behind a winning shot, and has been in the market at its past couple of runs, so obviously it can gallop. Interesting runner here is number 5, Sea Legend, by Centane, out of a half-sister to Electronic, who of course was a top-class stayer. And we know the Centanes, they love rain-affected going. It's good odds too.
Fine and soft, or fine and slow, the track from Riccarton, which is down in the Christchurch region on the South Island. Big rugby region, there'll be plenty of them warming up for the All Blacks versus the Aussies, the Savo.
Oh, they're fierce rugby fans down there, aren't they? And it's a great track, Riccarton, long straight, gives every horse a chance.
Well, the 10 must be still outside the top 6 in betting. And that is Scratch and Win, a horse that's been knocking on the door. As they move in, another check of the full market. It's into $4 now, chips for the boom young apprentice Michael Walker. Just Tycoon, number 7, is $17. And as more money comes into this pool, it's the third of our tips. So the tips are across the Tasman. Strong support, 2, 10, 7 and 14. The 10's at $18 and the 14's coming to $8.30. Well, the favourite in New Zealand is number 2, Chips. It's the favourite in Australia as we head trackside for the first race from Riccarton. It's over 1,400 metres. On track is Mark Rosanowski. Your caller is Rion Murtha.
Well, related to some very nice types, so Sea Legend's going to get a chance to prove how good he is now, although he has got that wide barrier draw, but I certainly wouldn't leave him out of my selections.
Yes, you can make a case for quite a few here. So we welcome in our Australian viewers here to Riccarton Park. And the sunshine now has broken through the clouds and it's actually quite warm here. And if anything, the track's going to improve as the day wears on. No wind to help the drying, but certainly the sun is reasonably hot for this time of the year. Very good-sized field, and it's a very even betting market, the Le Payo 1400. Good luck to Andre Neal here too. He's got a share in Fair Dinkum, number 15, which starts Jim Wallace's charge today. Jim's got a leading hope in the Air New Zealand Winter Cup and Fly Away Home. Cool Trump's the major mover, backed in heavily from 19 into 9.45. Certainly got breeding on its side, this horse. Scratch and Win was unlucky last start and is at 8.85. The early money was on. Chips is the current favourite, backed into 5.45. Michael Pittman said it was the best of his chances today. DRS backed into 14.65. Val Christopher's the trainer, gave that a good ride-up. Let's link up now with Rion Murtha for his call on the Le Payo 1400.
Just Tyson, the last to join the line, the field ready at the 1,400 metres. Bright sunshine now here at Riccarton. They're racing, and Just Tyson jumped out fairly well. Bunner was away well and going up to head them off early. Now it looks as though Red Jewel's going to take over. Wide out on the track, Call Trumps is there, so's Jog Away, getting around the outside of them. Fair Dinkum to be handy in the first 4. They were followed in amongst horses then as they raced down the back by 20 Kisses. Over and behind horses, then up against the rail though, and following 20 Kisses is Jog Away, and over on the outside of that, trying to improve Point B past him. About 2 lengths further away to Carlos the Boss, getting back, and the inside is Guardman, and next to Guardman is Chips, and they're about 2 to 3 lengths in front then of Scorpio, and easing to the back of the field is at the stage of the race is going to be the Champ, and alongside of that is going to be Metal, but 600 metres out, and as they race round the turn, getting to the front, Miss Epinay over, and also going up to join it Fair Dinkum, and in amongst those two is Red Jewel. They were followed by Bunner in behind those. Just Tyson and Call Trumps coming along 3 wide to challenge for the lead as they race down the straight. 400 metres to go now, and Call Trumps ranges up on the outside of Red Jewel, looking for room on the inside is Bunner. Now Fair Dinkum can't produce any more, and Just Tyson's running on well. Point Me past him, and coming through from the back is Doas. At the moment though, Just Tyson's got the measure of Call Trumps, and also looking for room is Scratch and Win down the outside. Doas, they go to the line, and Doas may have put its nose in front right on the line. Doas the outside, Just Tyson the centre, and Scratch and Win the inner. It's a three-way finish. They were followed 5 lengths back by Call Trumps, Point Me Past Him, and Chips and Bunner. At the head of the rest was Epinay and Scorpio, followed by Sea Legend, and they were followed further back in the race then by Guard Man on its inner. As they crossed would have been Jog Away. It was followed back on the inside by Red Jewel, faded after being handy. 20 Kisses back near the rear. So's the Champ, and so's Carlos Zibos, and Fair Dinkum, which was handy early. She's faded out to be near the back when they pull up. Good finish this. There's 3 of them in it, and the particularly close between the first 2. Whether or not the outside horses just got up in the last stride, we'll just have to wait for Finish Links and Judge Rob Fielder to sort them out. But it's pretty tight, and we'll just wait for his call to make sure we've got them in the right order.
Okay, we'll get those placings through. It looks as though Dior Asked for Judy Jamison has just got home over the first starter, Just Tyson, number 7. Those 2 horses that came through on the top 3 tips, 7 and 10, both paid well a place, didn't they? $4.80 for Just Tyson and Scratch and Win at $3. So 2 out of the top 3, unfortunately not the winner, came through as the tips. And in this upcoming race, the tips are 3, 2, 10 and 5.
It's trained by Jenny Vance at Takanini. Number 2, Cruise Star by Yachty. He's a full brother to Kilmore Key, who was placed in the VRC Oaks.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Yachty, of course, the sire of Happy, and you know it?
Yeah, she's one of the
flying
top,
in New Zealand.
Yeah,
in America now, at the Kiwi, yep.
One of the top mares in the US.
And on page number 2, Toy is probably the best value. It's the 3rd tip which has come through from across the Tasman, and it's at $18. But the elect in New Zealand is the Mandrake. It's the top tip, 3, 2, 10, 5 and 1. Getting close to start time. Keith Hobb calling all of the action. And then shortly we'll be hopping into the preview for the Cheltenham meeting this afternoon. So we'll take
on the card. Stinger in the 1 gate. Now Berger just a little fidgety with Cruise Star. Oh, that's the way. Had a go, but the attendant was with it and they're off. And caught them well. Toya, one of the first to jump out. Nikita out after it. Stinger on the inside. Next, Maori Princess going forward with Shorty on the outside. Then followed Fizzy Blonde between horses. Man of Glory around them wide. Then is Stolen Wallet trying to go forward. And then followed in that group as well as Heck and Boots. 2 back behind them. Berger got back a bit with Fizzy Blonde. Nikita back on the inside. The Mandrake, the favourite, is 3rd last and off the track. Just ahead of it, Cruise Star. And then That's the Way. And then followed by, as they work up on top of the hill and race in 1,000 to go, My High Vita. So the pacemaker is now on the inside. Toya took over just from Maori Princess. Right there, Shorty. Then followed on the inside is Stingers across the top. 700 to go. Man of Glory is up wide. Then followed between horses, Heck and Boots. Then back on the inside. They bunched up the slot as Nikita. Berger works around wide on the track. The Mandrake's back, second last as they come round the corner. My High Vita going wide. And last is Stolen Wallet around the turn. Toya just a leader. Berger's cruising round wide on the track. Coming with the 2. Shorty is into the straight. They come, then tracked around by Cruise Star into the straight, and Toya now tackled by Berger, which hit the lead with 300 to go. Cruise Star's coming after it strongly, about 3 back to Shorty and Fizzy Blonde. Down the straight, Berger in front. Toya hasn't given in it, keeps fighting, and here's Cruise Star. Could be the danger on the outside. It's Berger, Cruise Star. Now the Mandrake late on the scene, storming home, but Cruise Star hit the lead short from home. The Mandrake coming after it, and Cruise Star's going to hold on. Cruise Star beat the Mandrake. 3rd then was Berger. They were followed home behind these by Toya. Next behind them then That's the Way. They were followed Shorty, then Fizzy Blonde, and back was Stinger. And then the Wallet was the next one home. Heck and Boots was well back with My High Vita and Maori Princess, Nikita and Man of Glory. So no doubt the winner. Cruise Star breaks through for a win for Rion Orchid at $4 odd and $1.80. And here it is, Cruise Star in front. Now the Mandrake got a long way off them and came rattling home for Opie Blossom, but too late. Berger in the blue and white was getting tired, and it faded into 3rd from Toya, which was struggling away 4th. But at the post, and Cruise Star finally gets one from the Mandrake. He just can't seem to win one, and 3rd was Berger.
Colin Gillings, the winning trainer, Rion Orchid, the winning rider, and what a good result for those that followed our tips. Okay, let's update you on the 3rd of our races, which is Riccarton, race number 3. And this race is called the South Island Bloodstock Sale. It's a quality race over 1,400 metres. Now, 10 is the top tip from across the Tasman. Let's check out the market for you. Bombalette at $29, $9 Lady Elate, 16 Treasure My Jewels. Annie's Chance at 13, 660 Amber Race, 12s for Brooks Sky, 12s for Dirty Dennis, Even George at $12. This is the South Island Bloodstock race. And French Law at 30. And Maserati 750. Sumerian 10s. Barloso number 12. And it's figuring the top 3 tips. It's at $10. And from there we've got Miss Sally Gray 17, $12 for Mary Chrissy. And as they return, the young apprentice rider, Rion Orquette. Crew Star, $522, $150. The Mandrake Bergier, $240. Trifecta, $140.90. Okay, that's our look at the upcoming race at New Zealand. The interims on the race just run and won. We head back to Riccarton for the 3rd race, and we'll be heading back there not too far away. Now, I can tell you at Riccarton today, Rion Murtha's calling the action fine and slow. And there's Rion Orquette, placed Riccarton 2 runs back and also 3 runs back. Has won once at the 1400, a very good 1200 metre horse. And we'll check over the page from there. And this is how they look. Maserati number 10, Sky Chase, out of a mare called Abachi. Placed 3 of its past 4 runs. Avondale Ellerslie at 2 of those, and Barloso $5.90. A Barloso horse second at Awapuni, 2 runs back. Tony, you've tipped us the winner of the last. You may as well have another go.
All right, mate. Well, Lady Elate, we have seen over here, as you mentioned, Brendan. She was going around in middle distance races through the autumn carnival. And even though she hasn't had a run for the best part of 3 months or so, I wouldn't be surprised to see her fire up okay. She's won fresh in the past. She's by Lord Ballina, another wet track brood.
Okay, top 6 in betting on screen for you now. Maserati, $4.10. Now our guys trackside in New Zealand. The 2 keeps firming up. Lady Elate, as far as the mail from across the Tasman. The favourite, though, over there is number 10. Well, time to head back trackside to Riccarton. Mark Rosanowski's trackside, and Rion Murtha's calling the action.
And 5. Good money on offer all day today. Bombalay goes up for Mark Sweetie. Let's head upstairs. Rion Murtha for his call on the next Friday's South Island Bloodstock sale, 1400.
Like you say, Mark, good racing all day today, some good prices. Even Treasure My Jewels, which has won on a soft track here before, wouldn't be out of it. Not a bad sort of an animal when he performs up to his best, just a bit of a spell. So he's the last to come in. And his chance, my selection, to beat Maserati, but they're just about set. 1400 metres, starter David Ruff has them all in the starting gates. The Sally Gray, Bombalay, they're off and running. Even George just reared in the air and Bombalay went to the back. French Law, as expected, out to the front, is followed out by Amber Race, and Barloso's with them. Maserati's 3 wide around those, back on the inside of them. Miss Sally Gray, Miss Chrissy in the centre, and over on the outside Treasure My Jewel, Sumerian, followed by Even George. About a neck back on the outside of those is Annie's Chance. It's followed by Lady Elate, Brooks Sky, and Dirty Dennis, and 3 lengths away to Bombalay. They've raced inside the 1,000 metres. They're on the big bend on the far side, and French Law about a length clear. Amber Race holds the trail at the moment, and about 2 lengths further back, getting closer, is going to be Mary Chrissy. No, that's Barloso. Then back on the inside of this Miss Sally Gray. Mary Chrissy's outside those, and also coming forward is Annie's Chance. They were followed by Maserati in the centre. Sumerian holds the rail. Heading the rest is Dirty Dennis, Bombalay, Lady Elate, and Brooks Sky back on the inside. They swing the corner now, 500 metres out, and French Law the leader. French Law in front. Amber Race not doing well enough. Down the outside, Barloso for Michael Walker, and Mary Chrissy wider out than Miss Sally Gray. Maserati starting to push through the centre, and further back Annie's Chance just battling away. Brooks Sky's running on closer to the rail, and Lady Elate inside the distance though. Maserati's reached the lead. Barloso's there. Sumerian's coming home strongly, and Miss Chrissy's battling away. Then French Law. Maserati being bombed by Sumerian right on the line. Sumerian got the money. So Sumerian, Maserati, Lady Elate's flashed home wide. It had been a photo for 3rd, along with Brooks Sky and Miss Mary Chrissy. They'd be the next 3, and they'd be all in the photo for 3rd. After them, Barloso, followed then by Amber Race. Next across on the inside would have been Miss Sally Gray, Even George. Then came Bombalay, Annie's Chance. Further back to Dirty Dennis, Treasure My Jewels, and the early leader French Law is the first to pull up. Well, Sumerian may just have got in the telling stride right on the line, and she came through strongly for Terry Mosley and may have just bobbed out the favourite Maserati. Wait for the call, though. And you can see in the centre here, Sumerian just pushing through. Maserati had got to the front, and then right there was Mary Chrissy. And here's Lady Elate finishing well down the outside. Not sure about third, actually. Might be even tighter than first, but it looks like Sumerian has just taken it off Maserati. And that third money might have gone to Mary Chrissy in the centre in the pink cap.
And there's a look at the photo there, Sumerian. This is a very good performance because probably her biggest test to date. A 6-year-old mare now, but she's really come solid in recent months. Maserati galloped to the lead here for Jim Collett. Did look the winner, French Law, battling on the inside after leading, turning for home. But Sumerian about to burst into view. And we'll have Rob Fielder to confirm that Sumerian's got home in just a moment or two. Here's the call.
1400. The winner is 11, Sumerian. Second, 10, Maserati. And third, 12, Barloso. Number 15, Mary Chrissy is fourth. 2, Lady Elate is fifth. And 6, Brook Sky is sixth. 11, 10, 12, 15, 2, 6.
And number 11, Sumerian, a 6-year-old grey mare by Sumir out of Laurel Bay.
Fidgety trying to rear, but the attendant's up very quickly with it. Racing. In the line, red. Good start too. Nobody actually breaks. Bo Weevil put its nose in front. Right there on the inside of it is Tiakau Battle. Right there also Silver Archer, and kicking up Comanche Gold as they race into the first, and the pace is right on as they go towards the first big fence here. Comanche Gold about a half length in advance. Bo Weevil, they jumped it as one. Silver Archer, beautiful leap out wide. In or out, tracked them over from. Next was Tiakau Battle into the second on the far side. Our Bro, the next one. Then Big Man about midfield. They stream over the second. Getting back, Lord Viduri, the real man, is back with Hammersmith, and last is Bobby Brown. Racing towards the foot of the hill, they spread over about 15 lengths already, and the leader Comanche Gold about a half length on Silver Archer. 1.5 to in or out on the outside of Bo Weevil. Going up quickly now is Our Bro to be about fourth. Going up the hill, and then followed by next is Tiakau Battle. Lord Viduri, the shortcut from out wider Hammersmith. Big Man is the next one from then the real man, and last is Bobby Brown, so up on top of the hill they go. Into the dip, and the leader is Bo Weevil from right there. Our Bro taking it on from in or out is handy enough from on the inside. Tiakau Battle first on top of the hill. Silver Archer is right there as well. Now over the first on top of the hill, Bo Weevil led them over from Our Bro. All jumped it nicely. Second on top of the hill now, Bo Weevil from Our Bro. Second over, third over Silver Archer. In or out, punched through it a bit, then followed by Hammersmith, the inside of Big Man, getting handier. 2 back behind them, Tiakau Battle from Lord Viduri, then followed Comanche Gold, 4 back the real man, and Bobby Brown together. So they race down to the one at the foot of the hill, and it's Our Bro, and on the outside Hammersmith's got very handy very quickly. Bo Weevil on the inside of the two as they come towards the fence at the foot of the hill. At it now, and over goes Bo Weevil just from Our Bro. Hammersmith up on the outside. They followed next is Tiakau Battle, 2.5 as they swing into the centre now from in or out. About 3 lengths back to Big Man, Lord Vidiri, as they take the one in the centre now. Our Bro's taken a narrow lead from Bo Weevil, went through it a bit. Silver Archer handy on the inside. Right there, Hammersmith, 3 back behind them as they approach the double, then is followed in or out. Big Man going nicely along the inside, followed out by then Tiakau Battle, Lord Vidiri, then Bobby Brown, Comanche Gold, and the real man is last. The double coming up, Our Bro, Bo Weevil together. Our Bro a shade the better at the second of the double. He's over from Bo Weevil. He levels on the inside as they go to the big one in the centre. 2.5 to Silver Archer. Right there, Hammersmith in or out, being punched along. Big Man on the inside at the next, and over they go. They all got over nicely there. The real man is the last horse as they go towards the corner, towards the one at the 1600 metres. Bo Weevil holding out Our Bro. They led by 2.5 on Silver Archer. Hammersmith is lying fourth around that sharp corner, and they go to the one at the 1600. Bo Weevil over from Our Bro on the outside, a half between them. Silver Archer, the third one, now is going after the 2 leaders. 5 back Hammersmith, 4 back behind them Big Man. In or out is the next horse, then Tiakau Battle, Lord Viduri. Back is well back Bobby Brown, Comanche Gold, and the real man is last. Over to the fence at the 1400 metres, and Bo Weevil's over. Better jump Our Bro on the outside, and Silver Archer's trying to make a line of 3 as they go into that second one on the far side. 6 back then is Hammersmith at the next, and they jumped it all but as one.
Well, apologies for that, folks. Loss of pictures there from New Zealand. We'll come back to that race as soon as we can. In fact, we've got the pictures again.
So up the hill they go now on the pacemaker. It's Big Man, the one that went at the fence at the foot of the hill. So up on top of the hill they go now, and the leader is Bow Weevil, just Outbro still there. Silver Archer on the inside, dropping off them a bit. 4 back, Hammersmith is still well in it. 2 back to Tiakau Battle, and these are the ones with chances as they went. Up on top of the hill now, the last occasional, that rider of Big Man is okay. First on top of the hill, and the leader is Bow Weevil over. 2.5 from in second place, Outbro being kicked along. The leader's going okay. Silver Archer is the third horse. 4 to Hammersmith, still coming into it from Tiakau Battle as they go over the second on top of the hill, and the others a mile back. Down the hill comes Bow Weevil, doing a great job of leading throughout. 2.5 to Outbro, being punched along and starting to close a little bit. 5 back to Silver Archer, who's tiring, and Hammersmith is racing into that third money with then Tiakau Battle. The fence at the foot of the hill coming up. Bow Weevil just in front. Second place is there, Outbro, starting to fight back as they come to the second of last now, and over they come. Bow Weevil just in front. 2.5 on Outbro, rallying again. Silver Archer still holding that third placing from Tiakau Battle, and Hammersmith is tiring from Lord Vaderi. Around the turn, Bow Weevil now, 1 to go for him, 3 lengths clear. Outbro in second place. Silver Archer still clear third. Down to the last comes Bow Weevil. He's about 2 lengths in front, coming to it. He is pricked over from Outbro, is going after it hard. Coming to the fence now, Silver Archer third from Tiakau Battle. They'll fight out that third money, but Bow Weevil kept going, is going to race down to the post. Nick Downs, the rider, about 3 lengths clear on Outbro, and a great effort. He was up there or led throughout. Bow Weevil going to the post, won it by about 3 to 4 lengths. Outbro was next. Good fight here, Silver Archer, and coming after Tiakau Battle, but Silver Archer's holding third at the post. Wag held it by about 2 lengths from Tiakau Battle, then followed by the real man, Lord Vaderi, a long way back. Hammersmith gave in from then. Bobby Brown in or out, and back Comanche Gold, and it was Big Man that went on the far side. That rider walking back appears to be okay.
$19.350 Bow Weevil for Nick Downs, $1.70 Outbro, Silver Archer $1.90 as we look forward to the 5th of our races, which is Riccarton, race number 4, tips 1, 4, 3. And this is how the market has them. $6 for Bodle, $4.90 Smart Hunter, Bright Light $4.70, $3.10 Stacey Jones going around, a horse familiar to most of us, and they're all single figure odds. New Zealand interims on Bow Weevil's win, it's $19.350, $1.70, $1.90. Now to look at the Caulfield form. Okay, Dan and Simon, thank you. We'll head to New Zealand now to catch up with the hurdle.
The Widowmaker just dwelt a little bit. Stacey Jones jumped out well, and so did the favourite Bodle. Smart Hunters with the leaders. Bright Light drops back to about 5th, and Festal's Boy. So the 6 of them may come across the top into this turn now, and the first fence they jump will be over by the 500 metres right on the turn. Coming to it first is Stacey Jones down on the rail, and leaps over ahead of the favourite Bodle, Smart Hunter, the Widowmaker, Festal's Boy, and Bright Light has dropped to the tail of the field by Eddie Lamb. Into the straight now, just on 2,800 metres to run, and the leader is going to be the horse that had the Australian experience over there in the Australian Grand National, Stacey Jones, with ears pricked at the next fence, halfway down the straight, and just didn't jump that quite as confidently as Bodle, which went to the lead, and Bodle now over ahead of Stacey Jones. Festal's Voice improved sharply, races up outside of those, dropping into 4th is Smart Hunter, followed by the Widowmaker and Bright Light at the next fence, and Bodle leapt that brilliantly in front. Stacey Jones followed over by Festal's Boy, then the Widowmaker, and just ahead of it Smart Hunter and Bright Light on the outside of the Widowmaker. They race for the bend out of the straight, and Bodle in front for Ben Foot as they race round the turn into the back now, and the favourite for the race is 2 lengths in front of Stacey Jones and Festal's Boy. 2 lengths away Smart Hunter, Bright Light the outside, the Widowmaker the inner, and the 6 of them covered by about a half a dozen lengths. They race past the one by the 1800 metres now, and Bodle jumped it again brilliantly, a beautiful leap, and it's followed over in second spot then by Stacey Jones, is under a good hold. Right beside it Festal's Boy, and they've been dicing for second place. Festal's Boy goes back into second the outside, followed then by Smart Hunter. Bright Light, they travel over the next, and the Widowmaker back on the inside. On their way down the back, the pace is pretty good now as they race down towards the next fence, over by the 1400 metres, and it's still Bodle about a length and a half clear. Bodle, Festal's Boy, Stacey Jones, and Smart Hunter. Rider went up on the saddle there for a moment or two, had a bit of a bumpy ride, and going around it is Bright Light, and the Widowmaker getting through on the inside of them, those three running abreast. They race to the next one by the 1200 metres now, and Bodle comes to it first, jumps it well. Festal's Boy, Stacey Jones is going a nice race. It's been on the bit throughout. 2 lengths further away then the Widowmaker, Smart Hunter and Bright Light, 3 wide around those. They close up a little bit though by the 1000 metres, and they reach the 1000 now and go past it over on the far side of the track. Bodle still about a length and a quarter clear. Festal's Boy right beside it. Stacey Jones going a lovely race on the inside. Then came Smart Hunter and the Widowmaker, and Bright Light back in behind them over the next fence, and they all jumped that one pretty well, but Bodle, nothing's jumped better than it. It's jumping brilliantly in front, and now Ben Foot asks it for a bit here, just tries to put a bit of pressure on the others and gains an advantage of about 3 lengths coming to the turn. Just under 500 metres left to run when they straighten up, and as they come to the next fence now, Bodle the leader. Bodle, Stacey Jones is going out to attack it now. Festal's Boy has decided to weaken a little bit. Back on the inside the Widowmaker, Smart Hunter and Bright Light, but the 2 leaders, they're well in front of the other 4. 1 fence left now, and Stacey Jones is bush bulldozed through on the inside. So it's Stacey Jones and Bodle in the middle of the track. Up and over together, they jumped it well. Bodle goes up on the outside of Stacey Jones again. It's Bodle and Stacey Jones. Bodle and Stacey Jones, a gap to Bright Light, but Stacey Jones and Bodle, a great finish at the end of the hurdle. Stacey Jones, though, would win it by about a head, I would say, over Bodle. About 10 lengths away, Bright Light, followed home then by Smart Hunter, and then there's 8 or 9 lengths to Festal's Boy and the Widowmaker. So Stacey Jones, fresh back from Australia after his unlucky run in the Australian Grand National.
And Stacey Jones in a tough battle for Rochelle Lockett gets the cash. $2.60, $1.50, $2.10 for Bodle, no third for Bright Light. 413 as we look ahead to race number 4 in the program. And a check of the market update here. I can tell you the tips from across the Tasman, 1, 6, 4 and 5 for this upcoming race. 520 Star Wars, 18 for Brave Cheyenne, 440 Castle Cool, 390 for Myoka, 380 Never Blue, 760 What's Up Doc. 1 is the favourite in New Zealand, and that is the top tip, 1, 6, 4 and 5. Stacey Jones, Bodle, Bright Light, Quinella 440 trifecta, $23.30.
And for third in the race, I put in 5 Real Force, and Ken Concan might need the run. 2 are special, 4 and 3, as we go to New Zealand.
Off. Small field away, and Never Blue first to break on the outside, then Brave Cheyenne. Castle Cool kicks up into the run of the race, then followed by Country Squire on the inside of Star Wars. What's Up Doc's trapped out a bit, and then Myoka is last and about 4 to 5 off the pace. So they streak down to the 1200 metres, and the leader is Never Blue, getting along at a good rate, 1.5 lengths on Castle Cool. Right there on the outside, Brave Cheyenne, 1.5 to Country Squire. Star Wars still 1 out, 3 out still What's Up Doc, and then Myoka is still last. So up the rise they go towards the 1,000-metre mark. Never Blue slips away, if anything, by 2 to 3 lengths. Then Brave Cheyenne on the outside of Castle Cool. A length back then is Star Wars. From then on, What's Up Doc. Then followed back by, on the inside, Country Squire. And Myoka still last. Racing down to the 800. Leader is still Never Blue, away by 3 from on the inside, Castle Cool. Nothing's changed in the race. On the outside of it, Brave Cheyenne. Star Wars is still next, with What's Up Doc's been out a bit throughout. Then followed Country Squire, and Myoka now taking off from the rear, about 4 from the leader. Racing to the corner, 600 metres to go. Never Blue's joined now by Brave Cheyenne. Star Wars makes its bid around the outside, and coming through them then is Myoka, about 1 off the rail as they come into the straight. Now Myoka dash through 1 off the rail to lead them from out wide. Star Wars now kicks though and races away. Brave Cheyenne is holding third down the straight. Star Wars in charge, 200 metres to go. Myoka still about 1 length or 2 away, then followed by Brave Cheyenne and What's Up Doc coming on late. Down they come, Star Wars.